Hello, boys and girls and children of all ages. Welcome to another episode of Who's to Blame, the podcast, episode 535. How's everyone doing? Hope you all are doing well. It's been a few weeks since we've recorded a podcast episode. We've been a little busy on our end. We had a birthday celebration for ourselves here at 53. So again, thank you all for the birthday wishes to myself and my oldest daughter. Thank you so much. Again, shout out to Ladybug. Got high fives in the building for everyone. High fives. Chest bump. Let's hug it out. Let's get in here for the real thing. These are the folks that are tuning into the live stream. You can catch Who's to Blame the podcast on Facebook. We have a page, Who's to Blame the podcast. Instagram, Who's to Blame the podcast. X or Twitter, depending on where you're at W2B Dre Montez, as well as YouTube Dre Montez. We need to get those YouTube numbers up. Please subscribe to the page. Continue for your comments, likes, and your shares. We do appreciate it so much. So thank you on that end for sure. And don't forget, you can always check out our podcast wherever you listen to your favorite podcast at. We are on Spotify under Who's to Blame the podcast, as well as visiting the website www.dremontez.com. All right, good folks. Give you our words of the day before we get into the show. We're going to let it go. Ignore them. Give it time. Don't compete. Stay calm. It's on you, and laugh. I think those things are definitely needed for sure. And it gets to that point where most people just don't understand that nature. And I think it's to the point right now where we're at, where we have to figure out certain things. To my podcasters out there right now, hear me out on this. Where are you envisioning your show? Where are you seeing this thing go? Where do you want it to go? Where's the next level if you're a podcaster right now? What is the next level for you? If you could break it down to its purest form, we're not doing a 6-month plan or 9-month or a year. What do you see your show going in the next 45 days? To my podcasters out there, what do you see your show going in the next 45 days? What would you like it to go? What would you like it to go? Is my question. Where would you like it to go? Would because I see so many shows that I'm starting to follow and pay attention to, and I saw where they started at, and I kind of see where I think where they're trying to go. So where do you see your show going in the next 45 days? Where do you see it going? Where do you see this thing going for you? Hmm, 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 hmm. Where do you see this thing going? Is it, if you're doing it for just friends and just hanging out, making jokes about it, you're trying to get a little bit more serious, trying to get some income out of this thing? Or if you're already at the income phase, what's the next move? You trying to go to Apple TV? You trying to go to Netflix? You trying to get a book deal? Or you trying to be part of a streaming service? I mean, are you going local television? Are you trying to go on the radio? What is the next step for your podcast in the next 45 days? If you're willing to share that information. Because I'm wondering, everything has a level up, everything has an upgrade to it. And I'm wondering, in the podcasting sense, for my podcasters out there, what is the level up for you? I mean, what is the next phase for you? I'm asking for a friend. I think it's one of those situations. I mean, it's a popping feel right now. For the past 3.5 years, it's a very popping feel. And I know a lot of people that are very interested or just getting their feet wet into it, trying to figure out what it's all about and what they're trying to get out of it. I don't think nobody knows the answers to this thing. It's like life. Nobody's going to survive this thing. It's up to us to figure it out together while we're here, right? Can we all agree on that? Okay, there we go right there. I'm just wondering, what's the next level for you? Next phase, next step. What's your level up in your version? What's leveling up to you when it comes to my podcasters out there? Also, I made a comment about having a podcast night, or is there a podcast bar? Is there a place where a bunch of the podcasters go and hang out a particular day of the week in the St. Louis area, Belleville area? Is there a place? Well, I put this out there in the air, and it took the wind caught a hold of it and it hit the right people. And I do believe that when you manifest something, it really gets out there. So I reached out to the right people yesterday. So we're going to talk about it today after the show of Montez at midday. And we're going to try to figure it out. I'm shooting for next week. I'd rather do it sooner than later. So if you're a podcaster, whether you're doing it for fun, shits and giggles, you're making some serious cash, you're a corporate podcaster, whatever it may be, whatever phase of podcasting you're in, you're solo, part of a team, you just put something together. Let's put together a podcasters meet and greet night. Have some pizza. Let's talk about it, Let's figure this thing out together. Maybe you can figure something out by talking to somebody else that's into what you're into, that really get a better understanding of the question and the answer and the feedback. Let's put the puzzles together. This is something that you'll be wanting to be a part of. Let me know, and I'll make another announcement this afternoon and let everyone know the date and the location. All right, podcasters out there for sure. All right, if it's your birthday today, happy birthday to you. If you're celebrating an anniversary, happy anniversary to you for sure. All right, and if you're off today and on vacation, hey, you deserve it. Huh? You work this hard. You come this far, huh? You sleep 5 feet away, huh? There it is right there. Enjoy the day. Enjoy the moment. And it's okay to do something for yourself. Okay, there it is right there. You may be wondering why I'm wearing this hat. For those of the folks that are watching the live stream, I lost a bet. As a Bronco fan, I lost a bet to the Raiders, my man Charlie. So the bet was I can't wear any sporting gear outside of my home unless it's Raider gear. I can't don my Bronco colors. I can't rock my Florida football Gators. I have to rock this if I go to my watering hole, that being Friendly's at 3503 Roger Place, or even if I mosey on up the road to Tower Pub. You just never know. I have to wear this, basically, what I'm saying. That was not a child that failed me. That was not a child. That was just one of my vision boards that I have. I know it's going to be that loud. So that's why I'm wearing the Raiders hat. There it is right there. So shout out to my man, Charlie. And again, prayers and strength to my man, Baller Man, right there for sure. I shared on my Facebook page a GoFundMe page for a good friend of the show and a good friend of mine. My dude, Wally, was in a serious accident back in August. Take a look at that GoFundMe that I shared on our Facebook page as well as our Twitter page about my good friend Wally. If you can help, greatly appreciate it for sure. All right, let's get on into the show, good people. Cheating in sports. It has become a topic of discussion the past 2 weeks due to what's going on at the University of Michigan, the allegations of sign stealing. But if we break this down to its purest form, this is not the last time, this is not the first time we're going to talk about cheating in sports. It's a way of life. You're going to fall, you're going to cry. You put your hand in fire, it's going to burn, you're going to cry. It's a way of life. It's just the new ways people going away and about cheating in sports. But I want to take it a step further. Who's to blame? The punishment in sports for cheating. Do we really care? We all know for a fact. Hey, my sister's watching the show today. Hey, sis. She cooked her brother an amazing dinner on Sunday. Yes, sis. My only sister, that is, by the way. Thanks for tuning in, sis. And my nephew, DJ. There it is right there. But in the world of sports, who's to blame? We've seen every aspect of cheating you can think of. You think of a particular sport, there's been allegations of cheating. We've seen it in NASCAR. We've seen it in golf, seen it in basketball, baseball, hockey, football, horse racing. Do I need to go in chess, gymnastics, aquatic sports? Need I go further? International soccer. Cheating has been happening since the day of time. to get ahead, to have that advantageous point, to be the prettiest person in the room. Everybody look at me, look at me, look at me. Look at what I've did. But if we uncover the layers, we're going to find out something we don't like. As much as I love history, some things I don't want to come to light. The history of these sports. We really don't want to know all the bad shit from the origin. And we know what some awful shit. We think today is bad, what we find about in emails and text messages and pillow talk. The origin of these sports is even worse. But focusing on this cheating right now, do we really care about the punishment in sports? Just think about it. All the sports stories and theories and documentaries and the actual facts that we know they were cheating. We know what they did was wrong. Think about the punishment. Now, you think about the punishment, do we really care? SMU scandal, 1982. Yeah, we'll ban them from football. No, who gives a fuck? Who cares? And okay. The grading scandal in college basketball from 1990 to 1994. Who cares? What about the punishment? Duke and Carolina grading scandal. Who cares? The lady wrote a book. Who cares? Nobody cares about the punishment. Reggie Bush situation. UNLV. NBA referees. The point shaving in college basketball men's. Gymnastics. Horse racing. Putting the pill in a horse nose. The punishment. Do we care? I think there's only one way to solidify this whole thing right now in Michigan football. Harbaugh will be and should be fired. What my sister said. Yeah, I had to wear the Raiders hat because I lost the bet, sis. I lost the bet. It's. I'm a Bronco fan, but I'm owning up to my bet. That's why it's here. I'm owning up to the bet. I really am. In our most recent scandals that we've seen, or allegations of something's not right, either in recruiting, whether it's a cheeseburger, whether we had strippers there or not, all these things are deemed as wrongful doing in the eyes of the NCAA. And somehow has an effect on you winning, competing, or gathering the information to help you win or be atop of the hill, whether it's a Heisman or a national championship. But the punishment, do we really care? Yeah, them brothers went to jail though with that Louisville scandal. That shit was crazy. That you can go to jail for recruiting players on the collegiate level. Let's think about that on a whole. Why Uncle Terry in jail? Well, he got some boys into college, and they said that wasn't right, so he had to go to jail. What? But Uncle Little Larry shot 4 people. He's still out. Who's to blame? In the eyes of the colleges, cheating, in a way, is being rewarded. You can say, hey, we're going to take away that season. Hey, that didn't happen. Let's take that banner down, move that jersey off, remove that plaque. You know what? We know it still happened. We know you can't erase that from my eyes and my vision and my memory brain. You can't do that. Who's to blame? And then the audacity of the University of Michigan to say to the Big Ten president, watch your mouth. Hold on. You're the one in trouble. And you're yelling at the president? You talk about the balls. What is happening behind the scenes in college football, to me, to win, is really in a whole different topic of discussions. Where are we at? I think we need a neighborhood forum with a Zoom. Where are we at on winning? Where are we at on education? Where are we at on cheating? I don't think those things are the order. They say in the South, they say God, family, and football. We know damn right that ain't the order in the South. Yeah. It's football, God, then family. We know that in the South. We know that. But when it comes to right now cheating in sports, the punishment, who gives a damn? Who gives a damn? Okay, we remove Michigan out the whole playoff situation. Okay, now what? Who we bringing in? Maryland? Penn State? What? We're gonna do this like the TV show in the late 70s, early 80s. Dallas did this. When Bobby got shot. Who shot JR? We're gonna say that whole season didn't happen. So this is what we're gonna say about this year in college football. This season didn't happen. That's basically what you're gonna try to tell us to do. To be a fly in the room at this press conference, to be in the room when the presidents were talking about the punishment situation, the allegations, where the reports came down. How many times somebody pulled their glasses off and said, really? Really? Can you imagine the discussion that's going on what to do in this situation? Because all the eyes are on the Big Ten. All the eyes are on the University of Michigan. Who's to blame? The punishment is not even the issue. It's the fact it's not going to stop. Cheating in sports is going to continue to go. I want to say 20 years ago, this is the craziest cheating scandal I ever heard in my life. And I know people that tried this. Don't know if it worked. Don't have any data. But about 20 years ago, a story came out about baseball players trying to add a little more speed. And what they were doing, allegedly, they were taking deer antler spray and spraying it under their tongue to get an advantage at speed while running, either after the ball or on the bases. I hate this damn thing. Not even talking to her. She just starts ranting off like, nah, I wasn't even talking to you. Having robots in your house. Whoa. But cheating in sports is not going to stop. But using deer antler spray, spray it under your tongue, get the extra little jolt out the box. Don't know how many times it worked. Don't know if it was actually really true. But when I got wind of that, I was like, wait a minute. Can you imagine what today's athlete is doing to get the advantage? Especially the ones that want the bag, want to make it to the league, and want to be impactful in the league. Because we all know the players that just want to get the bag and then fade on out. They don't want to play professional. But there's cheating in sports. I don't want to say the punishment doesn't fit the crime. The punishment is, who cares about the punishment? It's not going to affect the fans' outlook on this whole situation, on what allegedly happened, what we know happened, what's going on, and what's been going on. There's something else going on in college football. They don't want us to know what's going on. If they're giving all this here, this light in little episodes and pieces and segments, what else going on? We already know about the conference realignment going out on the left coast. What's going on in the middle? Let's keep an eye on that too. They're not going to pull that wool over my eyes this time. Got to keep my eye on you, college football, for sure. Got to keep my eye on you. Well, if you're just tuning in, this is Who's to Blame, the podcast. I'm your host, Dre Montez, and this is episode 535. We've been on a little hiatus here because we're trying to rearrange the home studio here at Studio 70. We're trying some feng shui type of things. To my fellow podcasters out there, you know, you look at other podcasts or other TV shows that have a podcast episode, and you try to bite ideas from here and there and everywhere. I'm starting to dig the in-studio podcast guest. I'm starting like the audience. I'm starting to like that. I've seen a couple of shows that have been utilizing the in-studio live audience, like about anywhere from 5 to 10 people. I think that's pretty damn cool. I like the shows that I've been following that have been doing that. As I noted out at the top of the hour of the show here, good buddy of mine and a good friend of the show, my buddy Wally, I shared his GoFundMe page on my Facebook page, Dre Montez, as well as Who's to Blame, and also on our Twitter page, X at W2B Dre Montez, about his story of his accident in August. And if you can help, it would be greatly appreciated. Share the love, share the story, likes, comments, be greatly appreciated for sure. I can't believe it's almost Turkey Day. Anyone made their plans yet for Turkey Day? Who cooking? Who house we going to? Rule number 1, no first-time couples. Woman is allowed to bring a dish. This cannot be your first time the food is being tested out by the family, okay? We'll save that for the first summertime cookout. So again, no family member who recently got a new girlfriend or wife, she is not allowed to bring a dish for her first time meal for the whole family, okay? We'll wait to the summertime, be less pressure off of you, her, and our digestive system. Okay, right? We don't want our expectations up here because we know Junior fashion of good cooking. We know what you mean by the phrase, she can cook. Okay, well, not for us. Okay, there you go. There you go. There you go. All rules and regulations for Thanksgiving will be handed out this Friday to all families. You think about it. You need rules at Thanksgiving now. Who you're allowed to bring, what door to use, what to park at, shoes on, shoes off, what liquor is not allowed, what are smokers at, cigarettes and the weed. You got to get all that. You may need a schematic diaphragm out front where everybody need to go. We're going to color coordinate this shit. We're going to color coordinate this so everybody know where to go. All the areas circled in green, those are the areas of the property you can smoke at. All right. Everything in red, nobody's allowed in there but people over 65 in the red area. In the red area. Oh, there we go. Focus straight. But again, in the sports world, this cheating is getting to a whole new level. I mean, in baseball, that was my first experience of sign stealing to me as a child was Little League Baseball. I learned how to steal signs. Well, you practice sign stealing. I mean, if they put it in front of you, you know what they're talking about. You know, you're not doing it on purpose. You know, if you waving your hand and doing all this and doing all that, and I'm going to pick up on it. It becomes repetitious, and then we figure out there's a language to it, and there's a narrative to it, and you tell your teammates, they shouldn't be doing it. Switch it up. Switch it up. But sign stealing, it was a big ordeal in mid-level baseball. I mean, it would be some jaw jabbing over there, be some chest out moments. You know, it was your mama as a man, you know, type things. But as you get older, you see cheating if you're not cheating, you're not trying to win or compete. I was told that in my mid-20s when I was playing competitive softball. In cheating in adult sports, in Little League sports, is at all-time high. You know damn well that boy ain't 12. Those of you know who you are. A lot of people been accused of that. You didn't fake the birth certificate. Come on now, man. Jerome, that boy ain't 10 years old. That boy got a mustache. People are cheating to win, to get ahead. I bet if we took a consensus report, how many people in the sports world cheat versus the people who played sports that coach who never really won. They have a losing record. I bet that'd be interesting. I bet that's a psychological exam out there for that. Let's get the National Committee of Records in Sports on the line, Susan. Okay, no line. Hey, Walter, it's Dre Montez. We're trying to figure something out. Can we get a national data consensus report on the average number of people that are cheating in sports versus their win-loss record if they played sports? Thank you. All right. Who's to blame? See, if we get some numbers like that, we can probably figure some things out. Hmm? Hmm? I bet video help you cook better. For those of you that know how to cook. See, certain tools and resources help you do things a little bit better. But we have the data on that. As they say, Michigan had the data on the allegations of cheating. That's what we talk about on this episode of Who's to Blame, the podcast. We're good people, good folk, as they say out there in the land. I would like to thank you for tuning into this episode of Who's to Blame, the podcast with your boy Dre Montez. Until next time, I'll holler at you in peace. Well, people, that was it. Thank you for tuning into another action-packed episode of Who's to Blame, the podcast. Don't forget to tune in Monday through Friday at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time to catch an episode of Montez at Midday. All right, good people. Enjoy the rest of your day, and thanks for listening to the show today. Thank you to my little sister for tuning in today. Hey, what up, Mom, Dad, and my other brothers out there? What up to the Dre 6? Good people. Enjoy the rest of your day, people, and don't forget to appreciate the details of the day. Peace, and we out. Who's to blame? That's what they say. That's what they say.